will never know anything true ever again. This is We Have Concerns. Hi, Jeff Cannata.
Hi, Anthony Carboni.
Hello, concerned citizens.
You know, Anthony, we call this here podcast We Have Concerns.
It's true.
And many times the episodes aren't really about things we have huge concerns about. We try to have happy, peppy ones. We have some fun things where we're talking about, I don't know, how do you make a big splash in the water or,
Sure.
Fun stuff. We'll do
That doesn't
fun stuff.
concern you? The size
No.
of your splash doesn't concern you?
I guess that's true. I guess it's all applicable. Let me just put it a different way. There
Yeah.
are times when we're talking about things that are a bigger concern than other things.
Sure. Like
And-
times we talk about really big concerns like the splash thing.
That's
which,
right.
like people say, like, this, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. I've gone to therapy. I've tried. I've used pumps,
To make a
and
big splash?
I'm still very concerned about the size of my splash.
Well, I'm going to go the other direction and talk about something that, is like maybe on the other end of the spectrum, possibly the end of all life on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Something maybe to be concerned
From your
about.
mouth to God's ears, please.
This
It's
is
about time.
This is an article that was posted on our Discord by our friend, Spielberg Neufer. This is a report that came out last December. It's getting some new traction here in 2025, but it came out 2024, end of 2024. And this is old.
Old,
Don't need to care anymore.
boring. What's the other one you brought? Did you bring another one?
No, just this one. I only got the
Old.
one. This is a report with 40 scientists as the authors, a group of cross-disciplinary scientists talking about the threat of mirror life.
Oh, where everybody has a goatee.
Yes.
Mirror life is where everyone has a goatee and they speak in opposites and they do bad. They do
That's
bad
right.
things.
If you put your hand up, they have to put their other hand up, and
It's the only way to stop them.
That's the only way, is to keep them busy with the mirror exercise.
That's right. They come
Yeah.
through and they have a goatee. Unless you have a goatee, then they don't have a goatee. But here's what I'll
Right.
tell you in 2025. Don't have a goatee. Just don't. Okay?
Yeah.
And then the evil version of you comes through with the goatee and they try to fuck everything up. And the only
Yeah.
way to stop them is to do the hand circle mirroring exercise.
Mm-hmm.
They have to stop for it.
Yeah, and then you get somebody to sneak up behind them while you're doing that, because they
It's
think
like if
they're
you
looking into a mirror, but they don't
That's right.
see behind them, because they should see it in your reflection, but they don't, because it's not real.
It's not real.
reflection.
It's not real mirror.
Yeah.
Hey, this one time, Jeff, I went to a rave in Gainesville, Florida, because that's what you do. And I went to this rave in Gainesville, Florida, and we took such a large amount of drugs.
Yeah.
Like just a massive amount of drugs.
Uh-huh.
And
And
I was sitting on the dance floor on top of a speaker. You got to sit right on top of a speaker. It feels great.
Sure.
And I was watching as somebody was dancing in a mirror, and it was like the coolest thing I had ever seen, because they were at a rave, they were like swinging lights around and stuff, and it was like reflected in the mirror. And then I realized the mirror went the entire length of the dance floor, and I was like, how does this club keep this mirror so clean? This is wild to me. Why would they put a giant mirror in like this? Don't people like hit up against it when they're drunk and stuff? Jeff, I was watching two people in the same outfit dance in front of one another for 15 minutes, contemplating the nature of this mirror. And that's why I can tell you, your trick's going to work. Your trick is going to work against the mirror people.
Because it's worked on you.
I'm not even a mirror person, and I saw mirrors where there aren't mirrors. And here's the thing. If that's what I'm like on drugs, that means that's what the mirror people are like sober.
Oh, right. Because of the inverse nature of the mirror people.
The inverse nature of the mirror people, Jeffrey.
Yeah, I got you.
and then all their shirts are in reverse. Like when you watch somebody on TikTok and they don't
Yeah.
flip their video.
Yeah.
But
That's what
what's
it
great
is, that
about
you're interacting with the mirror people on TikTok all the time.
That's right. It feels like I'm interacting with mirror people on TikTok.
No kidding.
I'm watching people on TikTok and I'm just like, where did this idea come from, bro? My bro, where did this come from? The nice thing, of course, living in the mirror realm is they love it when people send them video messages and stuff, because shirts are finally written the right way.
Yeah. They can read them. Yeah.
They can read them.
It's all red rum all the time up in there.
Anyway,
Red rum,
I guess
red
all
rum.
life is ending is what you're saying?
Yeah, we don't even have to get to mirror people for that. Just any mirror life. We're talking bacteria. We're talking mirror bacteria. Now, let me set up this whole idea here. I think we talked recently. We talked about chirality. I remember it because I think I mispronounced it.
You remember it very clearly, and you remember that we talked about it because you mispronounced it very clearly. You don't have to say, I think. We know for a fact from that episode, that's a moment that still lives in your brain, even though it shouldn't. You think about it every day.
Every single day, which is why I want to do this story to correct that story.
You're going to say chirality like 87 times during this, aren't you?
That's right. I'm going to say it right. I don't remember the context in which we brought up chirality, but I do remember me messing that up. Anyway.
Yeah.
Chirality is this left-handed, right-handedness idea, and everything in nature, or not everything, but most things in nature are chiral, have chirality. So that means
trees are left branched, and if you try to get them to sign something, you should always hand them the pen in their left branch.
That's right, and they're so much more creative. DNA and RNA, on the most basic level, is right-handed. It's made from right-handed nucleotides. Proteins are made from left-handed amino acids. This was actually discovered by Louis Pasteur. This is the guy that discovered chirality.
He also discovered something about milk, but I've been told by the government that what he discovered is stupid and bad.
That's right. You don't need it anymore.
I don't need it anymore.
Right. Anyway, even back then, Louis Pasteur was like, if this exists, if there is a chirality in nature, it would therefore make sense that you could have a mirror version of life. And that's what we're talking about.
Dun, dun.
Right. So this is something that is theoretically possible. We cannot do it yet, but these 40 scientists that published this report in December said, hey, we think we're like about 10 years away from being able to do this. So
now, when you say do this and when you say mirror life, like, what exactly are we talking about here? Because I'm wrapping my head around it a little bit here, but explain to me, like, if we were to create mirror life, what does that mean?
So let's say we have a protein that's made from like a left-handed amino acid. That means that it's sort of the way they figure it out is they shine light through it in a certain way. That's neither here nor there. The idea is to create a protein that is the opposite of that. So you basically make left-handed DNA or right-handed proteins. So you do the opposite of what exists in nature.
Jeff, just flip it upside down, buddy.
A little more complicated than that.
No, Jeff, look. Like if I have this remote right here, right? And I set it down face up. You know what I'm saying? That means that this blue button is on the right side. But Jeff, if I put it face down, the blue button's on the other side. Jeff, I just did mirror life. Just flip it, baby. These guys are always making things so much harder on themselves.
Sure. Yeah. Well, basically what happened at the dawn of life on Earth, we don't know exactly how it happened, what that spark of life was, obviously. But at some point, everything sort of started spinning the same direction. And that means that everything evolved from that same balance of chirality. So the way molecules interact with each other is they sort of fit together. Think of it like Tetris, right? They sort of fit together and stuff fits in because of how because of its chiral nature, right? Because of
Like
the
all those
left-handed.
fun, like all those fun mugs and T-shirts that have the caffeine molecule on it.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Like,
Uh,
oh man, those are fun.
so the idea here is that you could, well, we have uh, created already a single molecule that is sort of mirrored, and what we've determined is it kind of works the same way as its chiral cousin, except that none of the other molecules that it normally interacts with can interact with it anymore. It doesn't fit together. You
Okay,
took the
so
jigsaw puzzle piece and you flipped it around and it doesn't fit now into the jigsaw puzzle.
sure, because it's looking for other mirrored molecules. So they were like, if we do this, if we mirror these things, so they can only connect on different sides and they can only connect in the opposite way. They were like, were they thinking that it would behave any differently than a regular molecule, or were they just like, we want to know if we can do this? Were they looking for the bizarro molecule?
Both, right? They wanted to
Yeah,
know how this would work, because
yeah.
literally the way evolution worked is we don't have this other side, right?
Hmm.
So the idea would be, okay, well, if we can create a single molecule, now the idea would be someday, not too far away, we're going to be able to create cells, right? And once we create cells, now we're talking about life in a petri dish, right? Now we're talking about synthesized biomatter, right? And that, they think, is not far away in normal, chiral life. We are about, they think, about 10 to 30 years away from being able to create life from nothing in a petri dish.
So
If once we do that,
yeah,
doing it the opposite way will be trivial, right?
sure.
It will be possible. You can do it one way, you could do it the other way.
Sure, why wouldn't you? Listen, there are never any unforeseen circumstances that slow anything down, especially
Right,
the creation of life in a lab.
right.
Um, Here's the first thing that popped into my head, Jeff,
Yeah,
was was you make Bizarro, right?
yeah,
Only Bizarro is not he's not all like me am Bizarro. He's just another you, right? His just I don't know.
yeah,
His he parts his hair probably on the opposite side.
yeah,
Like the natural part of his hair is different. But other than that, maybe
yeah,
I'm left-handed, so maybe he's right. I don't know. Maybe he is
yeah,
right-handed. But here's my thing. Let's say we clone a human,
yeah.
a bizarro human,
Uh-huh.
a right-handed or opposite-handed human or whatever. That human sleep with another human. It's like a mule. Can't reproduce, right? The
Right,
DNA from the one human, from the mirror human, can't mix with the DNA from the regular human because
right.
they can't handshake.
Yeah,
It's like when you reach out your right hand and the other person reaches out their left hand and you look at them like they're the fool.
right.
You look at them like they're Boo Boo the fool.
Yes.
It's like that for
Yeah.
boning, for
Well,
creating life.
here's the problem is that we're not even talking about getting to humans or any kind of animal
I
or any
am.
kind of plant.
I
We're
am.
just okay, I know, but before we ever get there, all life on
Yeah.
Earth is gone. Because
Wait, why would all
once
life on Earth be gone?
once we get to
If a
basically
mirror human fuck a regular human, it destroy them both?
it's like a paradox. You can't touch the you if you go through the time machine.
Yeah.
It's like cross the streams, full proton reversal across the streams.
Oh, and these mirror humans. Here's the thing about mirror humans. They gotta fuck.
No,
They
but they,
gotta. They're like driven. They're like horny teenagers all the time. And so they're gonna fuck. And every time they do, blows up both people.
you know what though? For mirror people,
Yeah.
69ing is right side up.
Holy shit, dude, you're right. Holy shit, this is big science. We've discovered some really big science. They 69 and explode to death.
Yeah. For them, it's 96.
What? And I'll tell you what, economically, great year.
Yeah. Oh,
They're
if
having
I
a
could go
great
back.
time.
No, here's the thing. We got to get off people. We're not onto
They are. They're
multicellular
going to, and
organisms.
it's going to explode when they get off.
Single-celled organ bacteria.
Okay.
That will end life on Earth, potentially. That's what these guys came to. So,
Why?
why? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Here's the thing.
Because bacteria got to fuck?
Well,
Kind of, right?
nothing on the planet Earth
Kind of,
has
right?
evolved to interact with a mirror life substance, right?
Sure.
So nothing on Earth would even identify it as life. That means your immune system, your enzymes in your body, your white blood cells. If a bacteria got into your bloodstream, your body would not even identify it as bacteria. It wouldn't identify it as something that needed to be expelled.
Because on a molecular level, your body would be like,
we've never encountered that
I've never
before.
seen this.
That's right. And
so it'd be like it would be like getting some sort of a virus that you don't have any immune response to. The bacteria would keep reproducing within your body. But here's my question about this theory, Jeff. This bacteria is reproducing within your body until you fill up with it, and the bacteria is coming out of your mouth and it's exploding like a John Carpenter movie or whatever. But here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
Can a mirror bacteria survive in my microbiome? Is there anything for that mirror bacteria to live off of?
That's a good question. There are non-chiral this by the way, this report that these 40 scientists did is 300 pages long.
Nerds.
I read a summary. I didn't read the
Get to the point, nerds.
The
Get to the fucking, am I right? Which figure was the mirror people fucking?
that's deep. That's page 298.
See, I would lead with that to keep people reading.
You gotta start with the juicy stuff.
HBO style, right? Like the pilot episode is always the most fucking. And then you're like, whoa, this is a show about fucking. And then you tune in the next week and it's like, no, this is a show about politics. And you go, what?
That's what we do. It's a show about science. Not really.
Not really.
Not really. So there are still non-chiral nutrients that are plentiful on Earth. Fatty acids, alcohols, sugars.
Okay.
So these bacteria are drunk, plump, and sugared up.
These are American bacteria. These are good old U.S. bacteria.
That's right. USA. As we die.
But here's my question, Jeff. You put a little of that mirror bacteria in me.
Yeah.
If I'm somebody who's got a lot of fatty acids, sugars, whatever, couldn't this bacteria for a small amount of time make me super healthy boy? All of a sudden, I'm the boy who can break down the alcohols. I'm the boy who can break down the sugars and fatty acids. I've got the little bacteria in me that says, no, none of that garbage shit for you. You're running lean, baby.
Well, we don't know is the answer to that question. The scary part is that there is a potential huge upside to developing this stuff. And that's why these scientists are like, hey, everybody,
it's all the fucking.
Stop. Yeah. Because the idea of making mirror bacteria or even, any kind of mirrored life or even mirror proteins is a potential huge upside for medicine. You could create stuff that the body doesn't break down, that lasts longer in the body and has more positive effects. A medication that is much more effective because the body doesn't have its normal response to expelling it from the system or fighting it with, your white blood cells.
So if we create some sort of a bacteria, some sort of a natural sort of life form that goes after an incurable virus or something like that,
right?
Our normal issue of our own immune systems seeing that sort of medical treatment as invasive, right? You were talking about some sort of maybe like a cancer treatment or something like
Right.
that, or an
Yes.
AIDS treatment where your body is like, no, this is also a foreign object and I have
Right.
to kill this as well. We
Right.
could make a mirror thing that your body goes, I don't even recognize this, but the
Yeah.
mirror thing is made specifically to hunt down this virus or this cancer or whatever.
That's exactly right. And so that would be, maybe a protein or, some molecules that are built into this medicine. And unfortunately, a really efficient way to create that would be to create a living organism that produces that protein.
Sure.
So
Sure.
create the bacteria in the lab. Make sure it stays real buttoned up, right? Because there's never an accident or,
No.
a bad actor or any kind of
No.
catastrophe that leads to that spilling out or getting loose or leaving the lab. And we've never
Yeah.
seen anything like that happen.
Hey,
So
can I tell you something? And this would solve a lot of these viruses and things getting out of these labs. When you go over the Ziploc bag, go over it twice. You go over it once and you think you hear all the clicks.
yeah,
And I'm always like, no, go over it
second time.
again.
You know what I always do? I always
then-
press it to see if the air comes out,
You gotta
And if-
press it to see.
You got to press it.
And how do these people have 2, 3, sometimes 18 doctorates
Mm-hmm.
and not know you gotta press it to see if the air comes out?
It's nothing in biochemical medical school that covers Ziploc bags, I think.
Well,
It's
there's
that
nothing
we
in
gotta add
biochemical
that.
medical school that says your dog can't play basketball either.
That's right. That's right.
And that's why we have to crack down on this stuff. So we're worried that so these 40 scientists are saying, hey man, don't create the hell vortex.
Don't.
And the other 40 people are saying well, good news, the hell vortex has some upsides.
Yeah. So there's multiple. This document is wild. First of all, chapter 2 of this 300-page multi-chapter document. Chapter 2 is how we're going to make it. Chapter 9 is please don't make it. But chapter 2 literally is like, this is how it's going to go down.
Dude.
This is the step-by-step instructions about how
No.
we're going to be able to do this.
What did we just say about burying the lead?
I
You
know.
start with the sex, then you go to the danger, then you go to the step by step. Okay?
Yeah.
You gotta get my lizard brain engaged and get the important stuff out before you get into all the God, man, these scientists. They
The
can't
good news
close a
is-
Ziploc bag. They don't know how to write a compelling prose.
Yeah. No kidding. The good news is they estimate that currently it would take about $500 million to create one cell, a single cell
change.
of a mirror life.
One weird guy
Luckily-
who wants to live forever. Thankfully,
I was
there are
gonna say,
no
luckily
billionaires.
we don't know anybody that has that kind of money and is
Thankfully.
crazy enough to do this.
Listen, there are what? There's 100 billionaires, and they've all been in the news for trying something exactly like this.
None
There's
of them
100
are looking for miracle drugs that can do what no drug has ever done before.
Right. None of them are looking to live forever. None of them are looking for the fountain of youth. None of them
other
are looking
thing-
for.
The other thing they talk about in this report is that the other reason that people are super into this experimentation is that this may be the closest thing we ever get to aliens. These aliens, because this is life that literally, at the earliest point that evolution started on Earth, it could have gone in one of two directions. It went this direction, but what if this direction we could make and see, well, what would have happened if evolution went that way? These aliens.
Look, here's what I'm gonna say. I need everybody working on this to just look up the Weyland-Yutani Corporation. And now here's the caveat. No, the Weyland-Yutani Corporation isn't real. Shut up,
Sure.
nerds.
Not
Here's
yet.
what I have to say to you, nerds. That's pretty compelling warning. I think anytime somebody's like, well, could we create an ultimate life form? That's hey man, don't go there's if only there was a warning somewhere is what I'm saying
But
about
dude,
playing God. Like a single warning about literally playing God.
no billionaire looks at science fiction as a warning. All of them are like, what's that famous meme about, we created the we created the ultimate death machine from that famous
Yeah.
science fiction movie, Don't Create the Ultimate Death Machine.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Exactly. I feel like this is why it's scary. I feel like people like Elon Musk watch every alien movie and go, "Hey, Guy Pearce nearly pulled it off. I bet I'm
Yeah.
I bet I'm smarter than him.
Yeah.
That's a dumb guy. I'm
Right.
smarter and rich. I'll make the alien and I'll live forever."
Yeah.
Is what
Yeah.
I'll do.
So there are potential upsides, but their thesis is don't stop, please stop, don't. And the reason is,
And what the rich people hear is don't stop.
yeah,
Did you say don't stop?
no, money down. The the reason is that, as I said, at the earliest point of evolution, we branched off this direction. Everything spun in a chiral way this way.
Yeah.
That means every single piece of our multi-layered biome, our entire ecosystem on Earth,
Yeah.
evolved to create balance around one idea. And that idea is chirality, right?
Sure.
So if you look at bacteria, any individual bacteria on Earth, they all basically have a state of equilibrium, balance between their mortality rate and their reproduction rate,
Sure.
right? So they're in balance. They exist and they die off at basically the same rate, so that we don't have some kind of crazy exponential growth that overtakes all the rest of the ecosystem.
Well, and thank God we've been warned about this balance, because once we hear that we need to keep things in balance as the human race, we go, "Oh shit, really? Okay, well just I didn't know.
Yeah.
Now that I
We're
know,
always
I'll
real
keep
good
it in
about that.
balance."
Yeah,
Yeah, we
we're always really
love
good.
balance.
Yeah.
We love balance. How much algae is in the water right now? Normal amount? Normal amount?
Sure.
How
Yeah, it's
much
going
how
great.
much how much carbon's in the air? Normal amount, right? Normal. How much plastic's in our bloodstream?
Yeah.
Normal amount?
Balance, baby. Balance.
Balance. Balance.
So
I only eat 3 credit cards a day, because any more than that, and it's bad for your
you're
blood.
out of balance. That's right.
Mhm.
Also, it's hard to get approved for that many credit cards.
It truly is. It truly is.
In
You
this
know what I
economy?
do? Here's what they don't tell you. They make the pre-approval cards, like the good companies make the pre-approval cards out of the same stuff.
Mm, that's
You
good.
know what I
So you
mean?
could just ingest it and it's easy peasy.
I like to add myself to every mailing list possible.
Just for
When a
nourishment, really.
Yeah, when a company's like, "Hey, are we allowed to share your information?" I'm like, "Hey, could you share it twice?"
Check this box if you'd like us to send it twice.
Yeah, "Hey man, hey, large corporations, do you need more money? Here,
Yeah.
it's me, the product. Go ahead."
It's me, the product. Yeah, that's good. So anyway, so nothing on Earth has evolved to interact with this stuff. That means nothing can eat this bacteria. That means this bacteria produces waste that nothing can digest, that it will take all the available nutrients that everything else depends on, that it will have exponential growth and no mortality rate. It will
No,
just
Jeff. Listen to me.
grow and grow and never
No.
die.
We'll simply release a mongoose to get rid of the cobras, Jeff.
Well,
We'll
so they
simply put
talk about this.
we simply put mongoose into Hawaii to get rid of the snakes.
Yeah.
And then everything's in balance again.
Why did the lady swallow the fly? I don't know why. She swallowed the frog to eat the fly. I don't
That's
know
right.
why. Yeah. So they actually cover this in the 300-page report. They say in this scenario where, this thing basically starts taking over the Earth. It will, it'll have no natural predators. It will have there's nothing that will reduce its growth rate. It will, enter into the ecosystem on the plant level, then into the animal species, and eventually us.
Yep.
At which point we could potentially, these guys say, we could potentially uh, craft mirror antibiotics to get
Yes.
all we have to do. This bacteria is in the humans, but the problem is,
Tiny
Anthony,
mongoose, Jeff, and then there's no problem. The mongoose simply dies when there are no more snakes, right?
Well, the problem is we already know how difficult it is to get everybody to take a medicine for a rampant global pandemic. But that aside, let's say we even do get everybody to take the mirror antibiotics.
Yeah.
You can't give them to the animals and the plants. So they describe it as literally putting out your house fire in the middle of a forest fire. You would be potentially,
you have to you have to do that. You have to put out, because the thing is, you've got insurance, and you've got your financial value in the house. You've got to put the house out for. It's like putting your own mask on before the child's.
Yeah, exactly. Put out your own house fire before worrying about the Earth's fire.
Yeah. That's just good firefighting. Look it up.
No, so basically it would mean nothing, even if we got to the point where we could craft mirror antibiotics to save the human life. It would basically hollow out the entire ecosystem. It would hollow out all food supply for every creature on Earth.
Okay. Counterpoint.
Except the mirror creatures, which would then take over. It would literally be a reboot of life on Earth, the opposite side. So you'd have life starting over from the mirrored version, and it's just all goatees as far as the eye could see.
Oh, God. Disgusting.
Yeah.
It's too many goatees.
Yeah.
Listen, if you have a goatee, it's 2025. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I gotcha.
So we make a mirror antibiotic. The mirror antibiotic can't get to the rest of the ecosystem. There's no way we couldn't just spray down the ecosystem with this stuff, because the problem is, if you don't get rid of even one of these bacteria, they just start reproducing again.
Correct.
But Jeff, what if we're smart enough to keep it contained?
Well,
what
that's
if we're
the thing.
Good at it.
They talk about, all it would take. They literally have a line in this report that says one droplet, a single droplet of mirror cyanobacteria into the ocean.
Yeah.
A single drop into the ocean.
That's where I'd put it first.
Would end all life on Earth in just a few generations.
Damn, my instincts are right. You got to put it in the ocean first. Because I was thinking that's where we throw all of our nuclear waste and the most dangerous stuff. So if I throw them in there, it can't possibly hurt anything of any value. It's just
zip.
Ocean.
I mean, the good news is we have multiple generations left, but, it's tick-tock for life.
Right. So, but Jeff, some of these medicines are pretty good, though.
Yeah.
What do we like? And we don't really have. Do we not have alternatives to these pretty good medicines that we want to make? Because it seems like they're pretty good.
Yeah, that's the problem, is that they could be even gooder. You get them mirrored up, and they're even better. They have some suggestions, some mild recommendations as to what to do about this potential problem. Again, 10 years off at the minimum. Yeah, don't was a big one.
The big one is just don't.
That's sort of it's not a headline, because these guys, again, buried the lead, but don't is really the takeaway, I would say, is the don't part. That's the hard takeaway. So their recommendation is, while it is very attractive to try to, craft medicines, there needs to be intense oversight on any of the technologies that could lead to this actually, like I said, $500 million right now is
Yeah.
your buy-in price. That's your minimum out the door. We get you out the door with some Mirror Life for no less than 500 mil.
Chump change.
Yeah, but that means that
That one dude, Brian, what's his name, is like spending more than that on like acid for his face every year.
oh yeah, he's just buying his son's blood for that much.
Dude, if I was that guy's son, I would up the price of my blood so high.
Oh yeah,
If my billionaire dad was like, I would go for ultimate nepotism. I don't just want a job in the office. I want so much money per blood.
that's
Per
just
blood, dude.
that's just supply and demand is what that
That's
is.
just
That's just basic econ. You know,
if my
I am
dad
the
was like,
only supplier of the blood you want to drink.
I
And
want to live forever. Cool, dad. Give me $1 billion. Give me all the dollars.
that's right. Anyway, so yeah, all the tech that you would need to sort of ramp up into creation of this stuff is not easy to come by. It could be regulated. There could be intense oversight. You could monitor who's developing that technology.
Sure.
Definitely stuff that we'll be doing, I'm sure.
Yeah, listen, if there's one thing we're good at, it's regulation and oversight.
Yeah.
That's what's
Yeah.
cool is we had enough regulation and oversight, as we were talking about in the beginning, to figure out that the idiot French man was wrong about the milk.
Yeah.
You know, like people
Right.
just blindly believed that this thing that he said about the milk was good.
Yes.
And then we just believed it. We were just like, oh, fewer people are getting sick, and we proved it in a lab. But did we think about how cool and virile and manly we would be if we got rid of the milk stuff from the namby-pamby Frenchman? And we
Yes.
have that kind of oversight now. We have somebody looking out for us. And that somebody is the government, and that government is good and cool and smart. And
the scientists said the only thing that could ruin this plan is rampant stupidity. So it seems like we're pretty safe. It seems
check
like
the box.
we wrote a 300-page document. All everybody has to do is read it, start to finish. Don't stop after chapter 2, which says step by step how to accomplish this. Get all the way to the end where we end with don't. You know?
ChatGPT, how do I make anti-chiral life? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't need the 300 pages. I'm like, ChatGPT, read this document and tell me how to make the cool reverse spinning life. Tell me how to make it, to put it in skate terms, how do I make goofy-footed life?
Yeah.
I need Mongo style life. Goofy-footed Mongo style life is what I'm looking for.
Exactly.
Make me the sickest life, the sickest 720 life that I can make. And ChatGPT is like, I got you, dog. I got you.
Yeah, the scientists are like, as long as nobody thinks they know better than the experts.
Yeah.
We
as
should
long
be
as
fine.
nobody puts into ChatGPT, how do I make Mongo goofy-footed style life? We should be okay.
I feel like we're gonna get through this as long as there isn't any way to undermine our 300-page document.
That's
with
right.
stupidity. Yeah.
I usually play as Bob Burnquist.
Yeah. Why is that?
I don't know. I feel like Bob Burnquist is the best.
Is that
unless
just because
it's
that's the
unless
only
it's,
other skater that you knew to reference?
Unless it's Spider-Man.
Oh, you got to play a Spider-Man. If you unlock the Spider-Man, got to play a Spider-Man.
You can be Darth Maul sometimes. So there's precious little regulation on science these days. Basically, if you have the money, you can do the thing, and the law doesn't catch up with you for 20 to 30 years. They're saying that we're about 10 to 15 years away from making this happen. Yeah. What's the chance that this is happening?
I mean, it's not good. It's not great. Not great. But what's the chances that we all live 10 to 15 more years anyway? You know what I'm saying?
No, you got it. You got it, dog.
Yeah.
I'm drinking my milk. I don't expect to live more than 6 months. So when they lay this out, I mean, basically what they say is the end result here is don't. We've looked at every way to contain this. We've looked at every way to mitigate this, and what we're saying is there's probably not probably. They're saying there's no way to do it. But
once we do it, it is just a matter of time before it gets out, right? There's just no feasible way to keep this buttoned up to a point, because so little of it needs to be spilled, so little of it
Mhm.
needs to get free that would be catastrophic to the planet, that it just seems like an impossible task once we've gone there.
Have they considered how much we may not worry about safety, Jeff? We may not worry about health. We may not worry about ethics. But Jeff, have they considered how much we protect things that are valuable? How much we
Mm,
protect things that are worth a lot of money to the richest
yeah.
people? We're talking about
Yeah.
one of these goofy Mongo footed fucking bacteria getting out, and that's $500 million. I feel
Well,
like
I
they're gonna
think that
put I think they're gonna put quite a security on that to make sure that the pores aren't like, I love this antichiral bacteria.
the bacteria won't be safe, but the patent for the bacteria extremely safe.
Thank God. Thank God. So, but and here's the argument that I think a lot of people, nobody's going to read this, nobody's going to care about it. But if somebody does read this and care about it, and they're interested in doing this, I think this is what their rebuttal is going to be. And the rebuttal is, this is theoretical.
Right.
This is a thought experiment that you're doing.
It's true.
And if you're just doing a thought experiment, then you can't possibly know. There's no way we can actually know until we do the damn thing.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's going to be the response from people. I mean, because obviously people who are doing this, it sounds like it's big money, big prizes. So for
Yeah.
them, the backing off of it, I don't see as something that they want to do. How many, do we even know how many people are working on this? Like, what labs are working on it? Do
They say there's
people?
a few dozen startups that are kind of working in this space, but they say this is not a tomorrow problem.
Mhm.
It's further off down the road, but they're trying to get ahead of it in a big way. A decade plus ahead of it, so that we can have these conversations. And there's an interview. This is actually what Spielberg Neufer posted in the Discord, our awesome Discord. He posted this interview with some of the authors of this report on the Stanford.edu website, saying basically like, hey, we understand that this is like basically scaremongering,
Yeah,
saying, hey, be afraid. And the whole idea of biotech, they say, is fraught with that of everybody has just got the EBGBs about biotech in general. And we don't want to add
sure,
to that. But the idea is uh, some fear's good.
sure.
He says, quote, I am concerned that this report we've published could add to a sense of fear related to biotechnology, yet I believe strongly and I'm excited about creating opportunities for expressions of fear to come out into the open so that we can welcome that and engage with those fears constructively.
I mean, there's the truth. There's the truth of it, right? Is
Yeah.
anything in biotech is terrifying because you're playing God, playing with life. We've talked about it a million times. Uh, there's the fact that the fact that there's mRNA in vaccines, right?
Not for long.
Right, but the idea that it's in there
Yeah.
is terrifying to people, right? Because there's
Right.
not enough understanding about it. And even when there is understanding about it, some people are like, maybe we should mess with it. Not the greatest people, not the
Yeah.
smartest people, but there is a fear around all biotech. And I think it's reasonable because every few weeks on this show, we talk about people who are putting neurons in a box and seeing if they can feel pain. We've got, millions of people like we've got all of these experimental treatments and even things down to like med spas. Here in LA, there are med spas everywhere that are just like
Yeah.
injecting people and scrubbing people with chemicals and shooting lasers. And none of this stuff has really been proven by the FDA. None of this stuff has really been looked at as much as it needs to be, but it's just taken as gospel.
Yeah.
And so the people the people with money, if I'm one of these dozen startups who's putting big money into something that's like incredibly expensive to experiment with, because I'm hoping to have that Powerball payoff in
Yeah.
biotech.
Right.
I don't think a paper that says, "Hey, did you know this is a little dangerous?" slows me down very much, because yeah, of course I do. That's why I'm
Right.
one of only 12 people fucking with it, because in my mind, I'm one of the only 12 people brave and rich enough to do it.
I'm punk rock, baby.
That's right.
Yeah. And here's a quote from one of the scientists who literally talks about that. He says, I expect critique from the unilateralists who might wish to take a run at it, calling us chicken. But if you believe the potential risks of a single mirror microbe from an ecological perspective are potentially off the charts bad, then we need to take it seriously now before anyone acts on it.
Okay,
It's like
counterpoint.
they're calling us chicken out there.
Counterpoint, baby.
I released my 300-page document called
Yeah.
it's the 300 pages of
I released what I call the cuck papers. It's 300 pages of me going, "No! Oh, no!
Are you too scared of
Oh,
the
no,
big
don't-
bad global catastrophe, an
Oh.
apocalypse?
Oh, the little bacteria is coming for me. Beepity beepity bee.
I don't want to look in the mirror. I'm afraid what I
Oh.
will see.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry, I'm too scared to fix cancer today."
The author of that, of course, Elmer Fudd.
That's right.
Elmer Fudd, doctorate MD.
That's right. It's so funny because I think of fear, like, I think of things that are considered fear mongering, and I look back on things that have been considered fear mongering in my life. And, some of them were fear mongering, but I think the ones that were fear mongering were pretty obvious that they were fear mongering to begin with.
Yeah.
Things like
The war on drugs.
the yeah, the fucking 5G towers, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, are you worried about a specific level of electromagnetic energy, or EMF frequencies and that sort of like radio energy being in the air? No, man. I heard it changes your DNA because the phones do the internet so fast. Right? Like, that's like, when you hear the fear mongering stuff, you tend to know that it's fear mongering stuff. Whereas, like, things like this, I think, feel more to me like my buddy 20 years ago who was like, "Hey, man, we shouldn't be giving these companies on the internet our information because it leads to an information state." And we're like, 20 years beforehand, we think, well, it's possible it leads to an information state.
Right.
But, like, let's just go with it for a little while, baby, and see
Yeah.
where it takes us. I
Yeah.
don't know. Maybe the most popular app for like a few years is going to be an app where you literally go, "Here's my location right now."
Right.
Will
That, like,
everybody
that-
come to my location right now? Here's my location. I'm posting it publicly.
I'm the king of this Starbucks, though. Woo!
That's right. I'm the mayor of this Starbucks. I'm checking into Foursquare. And if I check in, sure, they get my name and my data and my spending information and where I am on a day-to-day basis, and they can reconstruct every part of my life. But I'm the mayor, and I get 50 cents off Frappuccino.
Yeah. But then you click on that one Carl Sagan video from 1974 where he's like, never become the mayor of a Starbucks. And everybody was
That's
like,
right.
what is he talking about in 1974?
That's
none of those words
fear-mongering.
make sense.
That's so weird. Like, yeah, I might one day want to become the mayor of a Starbucks, I guess. But that's so weird, Carl. Like,
why are you even? None of those things make any sense. You're just fear mongering, and Carl's
are you
like,
talking
"Mark
about
my
that
words."
you're talking about that one kid's coffee stand in Seattle? That's so weird, dude. Carl, I was with you with the apple pie thing, but like, this is weird as fuck, dude. Yeah, I might want to be the mayor of that kid's coffee stand, but here's the deal. So what? Let's just
Carl's
see how
like,
it goes.
We got plenty of time to avoid the catastrophe. It's 1974.
That's right.
we got like 30 years before we need to worry about this shit. And everybody's like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna ignore you. I'm gonna ignore you.
They're gonna
Real good.
operate like a bank through gift cards and make money just on interest. They're taking away everything, and we're like, nah, you are a silly man.
Carl, calm down.
I'm down,
I'm enjoying
dude.
disco right now.
Yeah, it's like not even, and disco's never gonna die, Carl. Yeah. So I mean, like, certain things do feel like there are seeds of truth that, like, I don't know. This is the most. I'm sure even this person would say this is the most doom and gloom outcome.
Yeah.
Uh, but it seems to them like the most likely,
Right.
right?
Yes.
So
There's a lot of supposition here. There's a lot of, and we don't actually know how it would all work, but they are coming at it for, like I said, 40 experts from across a bunch of different fields, from
sure,
environmentalists, to chemists to biologists. It is
yeah.
a densely peopled study as far
And
as
even if this is,
experts.
yeah, and even if this is 50 to 60% true or whatever,
Yeah.
this is like the 30% of the things that are in here are true.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with something coming out like 20 years ago when the EFF came out and said, like, hey man, we got to work on these cookies. And we were like, what? I love cookies. They're delicious.
Yeah.
And there's something to this where, hey, these are the worst possible things that can happen if you are practicing good research and good science. You should have these things in mind and the
Right.
mitigation of these things as you move forward.
Right.
Obviously what they're saying is never do it. The problem with saying never do it is people don't listen to that. And I'm
Right.
sure they know it. I'm sure
Yeah.
what they want, what they hope is the big thing for this is to get the word out enough to where people involved in this and the people who fund it go, hey, is this something that we've looked into?
Right. Right. Yeah.
And then,
Be aware. Be aware. Be
right.
aware. Yeah.
And then the cigar chompers say, yeah, 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 yeah.
I got it, but how much money is it going to make me?
Nah, money.
Yeah.
Uh, Here's the thing, man. I'm unfortunately still for them doing this because I want to see these goateed fuckers.
You want to get past bacteria into multicellular all the way up to just give me a mirror me. I want to mirror me.
I want to see these goateed perverts running around and exploding.
These 96 loving pervs.
That's right. That's right. These Clinton Gore loving motherfuckers.
They love 96. Well, anyway, Anthony, that's how you pronounce chiral.
It's a long way to go. It's a long way to go to make yourself feel better.
Nailed it, though.
You really did. You
Yeah.
really did. Thank you to our buddy Spielberg Newfer for sending this story in on the Discord. Do you want to get on this Discord?
You do. I'm going to tell you, you do. It's a hotbed of delight and interest. Science stories.
The
fun.
police want to shut it down because it's a hotbed of delight and
right.
interest.
It starts with sex, and then it gets to science.
And then delight and interest.
And at the end, it says, don't.
All you got to do if you want to join the Discord, which is where so many cool people are hanging out, is head to patreon.com/wehaveconcerns. Support us for $1 or more every month, and you get access to that Discord, and you support the show and help us keep the show running, which is might neighborly of you.
It really is. It's a delight. We need to go for at least 10 more years until the mirror world happens. But
we have predicted so many apocalypses that are supposed to happen. The show's been going for so long now that we predicted so many apocalypses that are supposed to happen within the next couple years. Help us get to the end of the earth. We just want to do the episode where we say, we told you so.
That's right. We need to get to that episode. We're like the cults. We're like, next Tuesday.
That's
next Tuesday it's happening.
We're putting on our Nikes and our matching tracksuits, and we are drinking the Kool-Aid, and we're saying I told you so. And the only way we can do it is with your help. If you head to patreon.com/wehaveconcerns, and as you give a little more, you get a little more in return. Go check it out, patreon.com/wehaveconcerns.
I think that's the best pitch we've ever done.
That's right.